The moon is beautiful tonight, actually. You should see. It's like a super moon right there. Look at that. That's the moon. Can you believe that? It's like, what time is it? Almost 2 a.m. It's 1:55 a.m. I just spent about 2, maybe even 3 hours just walking around kind of aimlessly. And tomorrow I leave the Bay Area. I've been in the Bay Area for 4 years now for university. And I don't know. I thought that when it would be time to leave that I wouldn't miss anything. And I kind of almost made it a point to not do that much while I was here. Whatever. So that when it came time to leave, I'm out. I'm in and out. The Bay Area Classic, the West Coast Classic, in and out. I'm just like that. I'm in and out. But unfortunately, oh no, can you believe it? I did end up making quite a lot of friends. And especially in these past couple weeks, when it comes time to leave, can you believe that I hang out with them more than I ever have? And I come to miss them more than I think I'd ever miss them. And even just saying that right now, I'm kind of like tearing up a little bit. And it's a little bit sad because in some ways I want to be ready, to move on, get out of here, get out of this town, start up somewhere new, and just live whatever life has ahead for me. I just kind of want to live that. But I know it's sad. There's a constant battle of letting go of the past, moving on to the new. Because you can't really, if you want your life to change in any meaningful way, you're going to have to be comfortable with letting go of the things that you have right now. Because in order for things to change, that means everything has to be up on the table for changing. That means even the friends that you've made along the way, all the memories that you've had. This place is a place that I would come alone a lot. I would always come back late from an exam or a midterm, like 10 p.m. I'd catch the bus over here. I'd get off way over across the bridge over there, and I would just walk for like an hour or 2 hours all the way slowly back home. And those walks were really nice. I really liked those times. But one thing is that they were always alone. And I'd always think about whatever was happening that day, either maybe how badly I thought I did on the exam, or some sort of interaction that I had that day with a friend, or something that had happened that week. And just a couple days ago, I had a couple friends come over, drop me by my house after we spent a long day just hanging out before we all left. And there was something about seeing these people that I've come to be close with and I've come to really love in a lot of ways, seeing them in this setting where I've always just been alone by myself. And I would always think of like, oh, what if someone else is here? That kind of thing. It ooh, Jesus bless me. It I don't know, it made me really sad. It made me not want to leave even more. And it made me think about all the time that I kind of wasted being in my own head, wanting to be alone, and not wanting to, I don't know, just put myself out there and go through the inconvenience of hanging out with people. Because it's inconvenient to hang out with people, man, especially when you have like work and stuff like that to do. It starts to become a lot. You start to think like, oh, if I hang out with you this week, then I'm gonna have to delay my homework and I'm already like behind on all my classes. So doing that is a huge ask. So you're just like, no, I don't really have time this week, whatever. But I don't think I regret much of it. I think a lot of it was good. A lot of this alone time and thinking. I think it's made me the person that I am. There's this instinct to want to regret, to want to turn back time and do things differently. But you can't really do that. And I'm glad I at least had that moment seeing them on this beach that I'd always hang out at. That was something surreal. Kind of felt like I was literally in a dream at that moment. It's kind of like my dream and reality clashing together in a good way. The moon's gone now, kind of disappeared behind the clouds. I guess the last thing I'll say on that is the last thing we did that day when they were dropping me home and we were on the beach is we were trying to chase the moon because it was super huge that day when we were driving back. Well, I should say that night when we were driving back. It was extremely huge. It was like half the moon. It was almost orangey, kind of almost teetering on being red. And so we drove all the way to the beach, trying to see if we can get a better look at it, a better picture, or something like that. And when we drove to the beach, the moon had suddenly disappeared and we couldn't find it, even though we were At the beach, there was a very clear horizon, nothing kind of blocking our view from being able to tell where the moon was. I don't really know how to explain what that moment felt like, what the experience of not taking the turn to my home and telling them, just keep going straight. There's a beach down ahead. We'll catch the moon. It's pretty cool out tonight. There's I don't know how to explain what that moment meant. I think it's one of those moments that's best explained just by reliving the moment and not trying to explain it with words. I think that's how a lot of these moments over the past 4 years have been not meant to be explained with words.